All right, so first things first here. So we're going to be going over NQ first. So obviously big week last week for the Nasdaq, right? We broke out of this flag that we had consolidating above the 200 on the weekly. We also held the 50 and the 50 moving average and the 20 EMA. So when you look at the NASDAQ again, and I said this all last week, right? We have a clear trend break back up, right? Nice bull flag break, but we're still struggling to get over this area here, right? So we still have, um, this key level right here, right? Let me turn this actually. I don't know why I did that. Right here, right? So we still have this level here on NQ, okay? And if we stretch that across, obviously it comes into play with multiple levels of support and resistance prior, right? Resistance on that first retest on that initial move up that we had in the summer of last year, right? Before we had that lower high and a move down, right? Lower high, move down. So, pretty significant level here. So there's a different story between NQ though and ES. Okay, so SPY, obviously a nice weekly candle as well, right? But doesn't look as bullish, right, as NQ, QQQ, right? We still haven't broke the downtrend. We pretty much have still have a higher low here, right? But it's not really something, excuse me, that's too noteworthy, right? So basically what we're looking at, right, is the same thing though, as a strong support to hold here. But on SPY, we did not get back above that 50 moving average and that 20 EMA. Obviously in part with the banks, dropping, right? So tech had a big run up, looks good with QE again, but unfortunately with the banks going down and some industrials, right? ES didn't hold up as well. So to be honest, no idea what will happen this week. It's just basically Monday and Tuesday are just going to be, small price action for the most part. But Wednesday is when they're going to decide what their interest rate decision is. Okay, so it's going to be if they're going to be doing no raise, 25 BPS, 50 BPS, what they're going to do after all this drama with the banks. So until that, there's really nothing for you guys to do. I know it seems like this is happening like every week. There's news every week that moves the market. It's just constantly, happening. But that's just because every news event is something that leads into how they're going to change the rates, right? And that's really the biggest decision. So 2 p.m. Wednesday is the biggest decision. From there, Thursday, 8:30, we'll already have jobs and we'll be able to trade very easy, pretty much Thursday, Friday. Okay. So Monday, Tuesday, light work, Wednesday, YOLOs or gambles if you wanted. But then Thursday, Friday will be the main movers. So there's really nothing to note right now. We could take a look at some charts, but it's going to be pointless because again, it really just matters what happens on Wednesday. If they're going to do 50 BPS, then it'll probably dump. If they do 25, maybe we're flat or pump a little bit. And if they don't do a raise, obviously we're going to pump hard. Also, we're going to have to see what Warren Buffett's doing. He was in talks with the banks to help provide liquidity or just take a position or something. So we'll see what he's deciding today and tomorrow. And I think that'll about wrap it up. So I wanted to be brief with this because there's not too much to discuss right now. The Russell looks like shit also. Obviously terrible week with banks, right? Breaking to maybe new lows if we continue on this trend. The Dow pretty strong still, right? It's been the strongest out of all of the markets actually, but obviously dragged down a bit again with that with the news that we had last week, right? So again, pretty much eyes are on tech, right? I want to see this tech continuation. I want to see us smash through this level, but it's really going to just depend on Wednesday. Anybody have any quick questions? You can post in the chat or Q&A. Are you watching the inverse cup and handle on Tesla? Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, this is a potential play, right? Cup and handle for a move down, right? This looks good. I mean, pretty much everything would is at a very. I mean, this is on the 1 hour chart. I don't know. Looks like it's here on the daily, right? Invert this chart. It's right here. I forget how to invert on here. Here, yeah, here. See, cup and handle on the daily chart. Cup, handle, pop. Yeah, I'm sure it's the same thing on the other time frames because it's all going to match up. But yeah, this could be a move. Yeah, I know Credit Suisse got purchased. So that's why we already popped up. But we have to see what else is going to be happening. That's pretty much it. I mean, it's not a big. It's still bearish, right? It's not good that the banks all collapsed, but obviously with the QE, it really just depends on the rates. If this makes Powell not have to raise the rates as much, or even think about a cut in the future, then we're fine. All right, so there's a couple of people want to look at a couple stocks, so I'll do that, and then we'll cut it from here. So someone said look at Shop, Shop double top here, right? Double top right here until we get back above there. No longs, otherwise can go back towards $40. Roblox. I'm sorry, this is Roblox, not Shop. Shop pretty much getting rejected here at this 45 level, right? A very key level back from December, as well as when it came back up in March, at the beginning of March. Okay, so above 45, 46, we can get back to that 50 level. CVS. CVS looks like terrible. Wow, the name really got destroyed lately, huh? But this is a very prime level on the weekly chart, right? Right back here, 74. You can see the volume shelf here at 74 too. I would watch this name for a bounce. Good for shares all the way down to 65. Baba. Yeah, I like Baba here. I'm in Baba. This should be the golden pocket. Yeah, it's right at the start of the GP. If it gets down to 76, that'll be good too. But I think we get that pop back up to 90. It just depends on China too. I think they're having a meeting with Biden, and then something with Putin's going on again this week too. So we'll see. Yeah, Baidu had a nice weekly close. They actually pumped higher. So Baidu did really good. They had a nice reversal off of the permits they got for their robo taxis. Baidu could have a big move back to 150 plus. Excuse me, 160 plus. What are your levels you keep set? I don't really set any levels anymore. I just look at the daily and weekly every day and I see where we're at. So like for instance, I'll just have this. I'll keep this line. I don't even keep lines anymore because I just look every day. But like if I'm a beginner trader, I would just have this and this on, right? And I trade on the 15-minute every day. And then whenever I see this start to come into play, I'm like, oh shit, I got to be careful around here. Or if we, if we dip down, right? If we dip down, and we end up coming down to here, right? Then I'm like, oh shit, we have this level here. That's all I do. You don't need to keep them all on your chart. You don't want to make it too complicated. A lot of people you'll see they have this. They literally have like this, and it's like, yeah, it's useful, but like don't overcomplicate it, man. You don't need to like have every single thing. Like you can just start the morning and do this like in literally 2 seconds. There's no need to keep it on there. And that's it. All right, guys. I'll upload this.